Welcome to Conscious Contact, where consciousness is king of kings, where the imagination in the imaginal acts is lord of lords, for nothing lords over one's life like one's imagination, where one's thinking and feeling is that seed that the harvest proceeds forth from, and it's constant and perfect. For this is the message we have heard and announced to you, that God is light, and in him there's no darkness at all. Wisdom says all is God, nothing but. All things being light, there's nowhere that the light is not present. And if the primal essence of man is God, and there's nowhere that the light is not present, then we're speaking of the God of everywhere. And you and I are light clothed. Light clothed. You and I, immortality, clothed in mortality. Emerson said time and space are but physiological colors that the eye makes, but the soul is light. And from God, we are his emanation. When you look at the symbol of the sun, because I always say to myself that nature's the greatest teacher. If only we can see and hear with the inner eye and ear. We are the emanation of God. That word emanation is from that Latin root emanare. It means to flow from, to pour forth out of. The root of all, the light from which all proceeds. Does the rays of the sun ever burn out? For even when the sky is covered in gray, the sun's still shining, casting its emanation. Those rays are consistent, they permeate all creation. That sun at 93 million miles away still warms us. Without that miraculous energy and source of power, there'd be no earthly abundance, no animal life, no vegetation. Without the light, there's no us. The beauty's in that symbolism. So I speak of the sun and its rays symbolically to denote that there's no separation. The sun's emanation are those rays. They're one with the sun. As you and I, as individual expressions of God and Source, we are the emanation. The rays of light pouring forth out of the Father. Sons of light, spit image patterned after its source. Carrying the same attributes, purely fractals of the Father. I in them, and them in me, light clothed. That true self, full of grace and power, that incarnates this garment of humanity. So in essence, there's no animation without the light. The scripture says that creation awaits in eager expectation for the sons of God, the sons of light, to be revealed. When we look at tools of light, like a light switch or a flashlight, it acts as a revealer. See, when we came down to put on these garments, we fell under a deep state of amnesia. When we left that pure heavenly state and descended into this lower frequential realm of darkness, all have fallen under a deep sleep. The begotten along the way has forgotten who and what they are, which is light. God became man so man can become his God, the light illuminating the void. For each soul is a bearer of that light, and all souls, all, are sons on the pilgrimage of reconciliation. The purpose of reconciling humanity unto the light, unto God. For this human experience, it must be for the quickening. That birth pain, the gestation, the contractions that produce that birthing, that awakening. This is the process and promise of redemption. The ministry of reconciliation. It's perfect, ushering into harmony after conflict. We're all on the path of awakening. Each one, the scripture says, not one shall be lost in all my holy mount. Not one. You can't die. See, when God said, let us go make man in our image, in our imagination, he was speaking to us. We are the Elohim. We're the gods who came down to put on this garment of flesh, this garment of humanity, for a greater purpose, greater expression, and fuller expansion. You were called, and those he justified, he glorified. See, we didn't begin in the womb of our living mothers. We were light pre-existent. Did you know that when the sperm cell touches the female egg, there's a spontaneous explosion of light? This big bang flash of light so intense, it can be seen outside the egg. Where there's light, there's life. But what is man that you're mindful of him? The Son of Man, that you care. You made him a little lower than yourself. You crowned him with glory, giving him dominion, the power to decree a thing, calling things that are unseen as though they were. We bear these garments for this purpose, the power to hold the image of the fulfilled desire in the mind's eye. My image maker, my shepherd. So why must we want when we can wand over the stuff that makes up our reality? For I and the I am is light. Though through our senses we perceive this world as three-dimensional realm with its roller coaster ride of up and down, chaos and distractions, loud noise, crosstown traffic, we're light beings amongst the cosmos, and the cosmos is orderly, perfect law and order. The scripture says, you are gods, sons of the Most High, but you'll die like mere men, O princes. Can we find joy in the robing and disrobing of this garment, the putting on and putting off? Because when it comes down to it, you are light, immortal, and princes always inherit the kingdom. Princes become kings. All is well. For he who descends is the same who also ascends higher than all the heavens to restore all things. We are the gods who came down dreaming this world up. There was nothing made that was not made by him, by the word, by the imagination. In all things being light, you're the one who's projected it right off the screen of space. We're all being played on the grand piano called life. Each of us may stand on a different key across this broad dynamic spectrum of frequency, hidden different octaves, but all being light. We span keyed low from descending to keyed high in our ascension. Our every incarnation is onward, upward and outward, pulsation, manifestation of this grand design and purpose, greater expression, fuller expansion, absolute pure light. We are the emanation. We pour forth and flow from. As the beam of the sun is made of countless rays, for we are its rays and have come forth, emanating from the Father. Under these garments we are pure light. So take this as a major dose of encouragement, that you are light clothed, immortality dressed in the appearance of mortality, God made manifest in the flesh. That we come to a point that you'll feel it not robbery to believe thyself as God, because that's who and what we are. Pure light, light clothed.